Hey, welcome to this mini lecture on DashboardPane. I'm going to go through this quickly because there's a lot of content. If you want to create a new dashboard, click on the new dashboard button. The button is next to the new worksheet button that you've probably used several times by now, and that's on the lower left, as you can see here. Try to familiarize yourself with the workspace and the dashboard pane on the left-hand side. And we'll be going over all of those things right now. The dashboard pane is essential for creating dashboards. It consists of the following sections from top to bottom. Device preview, number 1. 2 is size, 3 is sheets, 4 is objects. Number 1, device preview. When you click on the device preview button, it gives an idea of what the dashboard will look like on different devices, like smartphones, tablets, or different sized desktop monitors. In addition, it uses tools to create alternative layouts for different screen sizes. Size. The first step is used to define size of the dashboard's default layout using the size drop-down menu, where you have 3 options: fixed size, automatic, and range-sized options. For fixed size, when you choose fixed size, you can manually define the width and height of your dashboard. You can also use common formats like desktop browser, which is shown here. Automatic size lets the size freely vary according to the available space on the various devices. Range size, which is similar in some ways to automatic, use this range option to let the dashboard size vary, but only within certain ranges. You can define minimum and maximum height and weight and width. Both the automatic and range size dashboards have the advantage that they can use the full screen size. When using these options, it is essential to make sure the dashboard is still usable on smaller screens because people are more portable these days and use smaller and smaller devices. If your elements are too compressed, you will have to either simplify the dashboard or create a separate layout for smaller screens using the device preview mentioned earlier. Using fixed size does have an advantage. It lets you do this. First, dashboard will look the same on each screen, which gives you sort of some kind of peace of mind. The dashboard can load faster due to caching, and floating dashboard elements are always in the same spot. So if you're a control freak, fixed size is good. Choose a size that fits well with the resolution of your colleague's screen. So if you're working with colleagues who are using desktops, browsers, that is a great setting for working in practice. Sheets, number 3, probably the most important section of the dashboard is the one in the center, which is your sheet. It has a list of your existing worksheets that you can place on your dashboard. Number 4, objects. The object section at the bottom of the dashboard pane allows you to add additional dashboard elements like text, image, blank, web page, button, and extension. Below that, you can toggle between tiled and floating. When tiled is selected, sheets and dashboard objects are placed next to each other in a grid, so it's a very typical way that people see things. Floating and contrast, when it is selected, new elements can be moved in size independently of each other and placed on top of each other if you want to do so. At the very bottom of the dashboard pane is a checkbox to allow to show the dashboard title, which you may want to do depending on what your needs are. Here's a tip: for beginners, it's often easier to work with tiled layouts at first. When you use floating, more work is required to size and place elements accurately, and you may not know how that might look the best if you're not that experienced. Also, with automatic or range-sized dashboards, you have to ensure that the element scale is intended when the size of the dashboard changes, which again can be tricky. Therefore, it is recommended that beginner users use this option only in conjunction with fixed-size dashboards. That was dashboard panes. Thanks for watching.